This has to be one of the biggest losers that I've ever covered on this channel. And you have to be a rising prospect to take that title. He goes by the name of the infamous Tesla road rage guy, aka Nathanial Radimak. This piece of shit is no different than a chomo, rapist, woman beater. He's the same. And he even rose to infamy for beating women, children, young teenage girls, elderly, all in these road rage incidents from California to Honolulu, where he'd get into it with them, driving on the road or whatever, parking, and punch their windows, smash their windows, chase them with pipes, punch the women, beat up the elderly. Less than 6 months after he was released from a California prison for, you guessed it, road raging and beating an elderly, beating a woman and her young teenage daughter, he would violate for speeding and basically just completely terrorizing this young girl and her mother. He goes to jail and he's bragging about how all this made him famous, his infamy. And when he was in there, an inmate decided to call him out for the one-on-one fight. He refused to fight him. And now he's in a wheelchair with multiple broken bones. Let's get into it. Here he is. That's the guy right there, the Tesla road rage guy. Nathanial Walters Radimak, widely known as the Tesla road rage guy, has been involved in multiple violent incidents across California and Hawaii, culminating in a recent assault while in custody. What brought him to jail was on May 7th, 2025. Radimak, the coward, was arrested in Honolulu after allegedly assaulting an 18-year-old woman and her 35-year-old mother. And you guessed it, the incident occurred when Radimak, driving a gray Tesla, sped past a young woman's vehicle as she was learning to parallel park. After a verbal exchange, he reportedly exited his vehicle, punched the teenager, and then assaulted her mother. An infant was present in the car, but was unharmed. The coward fled the scene, but was apprehended the following day. He faces charges of unauthorized entry into a motor vehicle, 2 counts of assault, and contempt of court. Yet prior to that, Radimak gained notoriety in Southern California for a series of road rage incidents between 2022 and 2023. He was captured on dashcam footage attacking vehicles with a metal pipe while driving a Tesla Model X. In February 2023, he was arrested and charged with multiple offenses, including assault by means of force likely to produce great bodily injury, criminal threats, vandalism, and elderly abuse. During his arrest, authorities discovered nearly $30,000 worth of steroids in his vehicle. We're starting to get an idea here. In September 2023, Radimak was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but was released in August 2024 after serving approximately 10 months credited for time served and good behavior. No, man, there's no way. See, in Florida, you do basically 85% of your time, if not 100%, depending on the violence of the case. Because you don't attack women and children and elderly on a constant basis unless, one, we know he's a coward, he's insecure, the man has $30,000 worth of steroids and is attacking women and a child that's learning to parallel park. I mean, man, how did you make it this long? That's what I don't understand. Oh, we know how, because he picks and chooses. However, he wouldn't get that lucky in jail. So when he was arrested and held on his no bail warrant and multiple new felony charges, May 13th, 2025, Radimak, the piece of shit, right? The road rage. Let's look at this dude's picture real quick. This guy. Oh, Doug Funny looking motherfucker. This guy right here. Just so we can understand the serial road rage attacker. But the bottom line is, I clown on him and just laugh at a weak person like this. Yet as much as I try to lighten the situation with humor, this is a serious situation. And if you ever see this type of shit, you do anything and everything to get the fuck out of there and protect your child. Because there is no talking to somebody like that. As he already picked his victims. He's not running around the streets doing this in the heat of the moment. One incident, you might have made a mistake, someone cut you off in traffic, still not excusable. But to have 8 or 9 of these cases back to back and violate your parole, you're not doing this in a road rage. You just like what they said about you. But the psychology behind it is you're able to drive around, find a woman, a child, the age of an elderly, maybe an infant in the car, a situation that you know you can control. Be smart enough to pick and choose. Yet in jail, you can't pick and choose what comes your way, especially when you're this guy, that guy. So once he got back from court, shortly after re-entry, at about 4 p.m., 3 unidentified inmates were reportedly waiting inside of his pod. The coward Radimak was confronted by a single inmate who challenged him to a one-on-one fight. Radimak, who realized that someone's gonna fight back this time, he refused to engage. 2 additional inmates then blocked the cell door, effectively sealing the cell from the outside help. The main assailant then entered the cell and beat Radimak continuously for over 15 minutes. Allegedly, witnesses heard taunts, including, "So you're gonna beat women with pipes, but you won't fight a man one-on-one? All that tough talk for teenage girls, but you fold now?" They don't know who said it, but they're investigating. Upon investigation, the security cameras were non-operational at the time, either due to a malfunction or intentional oversight. No staff intervened until the assault was completed and the inmate exited the cell. Radimak was found bloodied and unresponsive and transported to a medical wing and later observed in a wheelchair. His injuries included broken jaw, concussion, one eye swollen shut, 2 teeth knocked out, dislocated shoulder, broken hand, 2 broken ribs, severe torso and back bruising, fractured hip, not fully broken, but incapable of supporting weight, extensive leg trauma and inflammation, unable to walk, wheelchair bound, required extended medical supervision. Despite his injuries, Radimak was returned to the same pod, a decision that has raised questions about staff negligence, inmate safety, and deliberate exposure to retaliation. Radimak's assault is believed to be direct retaliation for his violent past against women and children. He allegedly bragged about his fame, probably escalated the tension inside. There he is, the Tesla guy, the road rage guy. What happened, man? Where was this guy in the Hawaii prison? This guy, where was he? Running, look at him, like he's playing, like he's like a linebacker for an NFL team. Oh, is this where he went? Oh yeah, this is where he tried to walk over to where this innocent little girl was just learning to drive. Obviously, I'm not gonna show that video, but it's out there as the police have released it to the public. This loser, scum of the earth, will have a hard time where he's gonna be going. Yeah, you can't escape this now. You're going to be basically a free target because your charges allow you to go into general population without question. And they're not violent enough to put you in some type of disciplinary housing or CM management. So his life is gonna be these constant beatdowns because they're gonna give him 15, 20 years. Yeah, he's not gonna go home until he's an old man. Yeah, that's one thing that we can all relate is a guy like this, right? Who's tough when it comes to people that are literally with their daughters parking the car, an elderly who has no idea what's going on and you're over there just beating them, terrorizing them. It's the same thing as a rapist, pedophile, domestic piece of shit. The only difference is he thought he was able to ride this wave, right? And say, look, that's me, yeah, nah, fuck that, I did. But in the end, the same shit that he was saying got him infamy and he was loving, he's now in a wheelchair. But fuck him, man. And everyone like him, you know? But y'all be careful out there for these assholes. Stay out, stay free. Us.